Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with another TTM Mail Week recap episode for you. I have several things to go over with you. We don't have as many TTM autographs necessarily, but we do have some strange and some weird and some pretty cool and awesome stuff to show today. So I thought let's go ahead and jump right into it. They're not necessarily in any particular order, but we got here actor Balthazar Getty, who signed a couple 4x6 photos. And this is going to be donated to Autographs for a Cure. So we signed a couple. I believe he was in Charm, I think is what I read, that I recognized him from. He did return the RSVP card, not signed, which is fine or marked necessarily. As well as I've said, future proceeds of Autographs for a Cure won't be going to the Orlando Health Organization or anymore. They'll be going to a different charity to help cancer patients. And I alluded to that a couple episodes ago why. So if you want to go check that out, just go click a couple episodes back and kind of try to explain that a little bit. Or you can also reach out to Mike if you had questions. So, and then he also looks like he's testing out a Sharpie on a paper, so I guess we get a bonus autograph. So it's pretty cool. So yeah. So there's one to go towards the charity. Save that for later. We got a baseball return from Jerry Hensley. He was a New York Mets pitcher from 1964 to 1967. Just for a short bit. I have one of these photos I printed off a long time ago, made different copies, and I like to get them out. Thought it's it's actually a thumbnail, but I thought it'd make for a cool photo to get signed, so I'll be signing that. It did get bent in the mail, but that's alright. We're not selling these or anything like that, they're going straight into the collection. Then we got a couple photos signed by Miss Lindsay Bloom. She was a model and an actress. She was also in The Dukes of Hazzard. So she signed a couple photos for me and Bruce, which is pretty cool. She included a couple extras. I won't show them just because I typically when I try to send out my photos, I try to, keep it, I guess PG, or I don't know. Just, out of respect to others and to myself, and for hopefully they can be passed on to my kids someday or something, or somebody special in my life. I usually try to get things that aren't like really risque or anything like that, so the photo she kind of includes it's a little provocative, so just for my viewers and for myself, I'm not going to share that one on camera. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I do appreciate her still including some extra, and then she even included a note as well, which is very nice of her. She has some 8x10s you can purchase there on her website, and she has a Facebook fan page, so check that out, I guess, if you want. But obviously, as a filmmaker, I have the responsibility to myself, protect my eyes, protect my thoughts, protect my heart, and as well as protect your guys's. And obviously, that's your choice if you want to dabble in that, but most people probably won't understand that, but hey, that's just me. So hopefully you understand, and especially for the younger viewers, I feel that's more appropriate, so I won't share those extra photos. So in a nutshell. Then we have a World War II one. This is for today. Well, I just went down there, got the mail, came in Saturday, from Scott Masters. So Scott Masters is a friend who I met through the Veterans Breakfast Club. They do some Zoom meetings and in-person events with veterans and people who are interested in military history or World War II, Vietnam, Korea, you name it. And I just kind of have a social gathering through that. It's a lot of fun. I'll definitely put their link down below in case you guys want to check that out. They have regular shows, live shows, or even shows you can view afterwards. And then they have some pre-recorded programs as well. But I met Scott through there, and he's been working on an oral history project. He's a teacher at Crestwood Preparatory College in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And what he's been doing for a while now is interviewing veterans, some in person when he's had the chance, and most over Zoom or maybe over the phone. And you can actually tune into those live. You can sit in on some of them if you want, if you reach out to him, or you can also view on his website, which will also be down below, if you want to check that out. And you can view some old interviews and some current ones as well. And you could probably find this one as well. We got Mr. William Norberg, who was born November 13th, 1922, so he's about to be 100, in Leamington, Wisconsin. The circumstances in Bill's early life were difficult. His mother was diagnosed with tuberculosis when he was quite young, and when she was sent to a sanitarium, Bill's father was forced to break up a large family. And sanitariums was pretty much were a prison. Punishing people for getting sick was kind of ridiculous. Kind of some of the ways medical, how the whole medical field has progressed, thankfully. So yeah. Bill and a brother were sent to a children's home where they grew up against the backdrop of the Great Depression and greater deprivation than most. Bill was working in a woolen mill by the time the European War started, and hoping for more excitement and opportunity in his life, Bill opted to join the U.S. Navy in February 1941. About 10 months before the attack on Pearl Harbor, once the U.S. was in the war, Bill was stationed on the USS Enterprise, one of the big aircraft carriers in the Pacific Fleet. It so happened that they were on their way to Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, the day of the Japanese attack. Bill saw the aftermath of the attack, and he remembers well the feelings that gripped the crew when they arrived in Pearl Harbor the next day. The Enterprise took part in the Doolittle raid just a little later, giving themselves and all Americans a morale boost. From there, the Enterprise was present in many of the key battles of the Pacific War, on its way to becoming the most decorated ship of the war. Bill saw action at Midway, the Battle of the Eastern Solomons, and eventually at Iwo Jima, where the Enterprise was hit by a kamikaze and knocked out of the war. The men returned home at that point, and the atomic bombs and VJ Day followed soon after. Like millions of other soldiers, Bill found his way into the rhythms of post-war American life at that time. He married and raised a family and left 1941 to 45 behind. And then, so that's really cool to hear his story there. He's signed down below, and there's some of his picture. So it's quite remarkable, what if he would have been there at Pearl Harbor, would he still be alive? Will we ever know his story? So, very cool. Thank you for your service, Mr. Norberg, and thank you so much, Scott and Todd from Veterans Breakfast Club, for doing the things that you do with the interviews and the events. So it's really cool to see. So that's really cool. So I really appreciate that. Next up, get my letter opener. So this one came the other day. It is coming back from the UK. It's postmarked somewhere between September 19th and the 25th. I think that's what, it actually says September 23rd, my bad. So the 19th and the 25th is something about deliver a smile. Send a card. So that's what it is. So it's from Southampton. And it was sent out in July 2021 last year, so just when I moved into this house. So this would have been one of the first ones I sent out, probably, from this address. So that's kind of cool. Initials are GA. Maybe it'll come to me when I see it, but I can't recall who that would be. Oh, great. So she normally takes a while, but she's usually a pretty good TTM signer. This is Miss Jillian Anderson. She only signed one, but I think she might be one per actually. I had sent two, signed in gold. So it's pretty cool. She's pretty well known for, I think it's the X-Files, I believe is what she's been in. And then she was in another movie or series that we watched. Was it Revolution maybe? I can't remember. I think it was an NBC show or something. Long time ago. So pretty cool. Jillian Anderson, I've never sent to her before. Seen lots of people get her. Kept seeing it. I was like, I don't really want like 500 days, 400 days, 300 days, whatever it was. But hey, you just send this stuff and hey, it just comes back and you just kind of forget about it. So especially when you've been doing it as long as I have, for 8 years now. Well, technically 10 if you want to consider I'd send a few off here and there. But technically 8, so yeah. Then the weird I wanted to share with you. So I posted a short video. It was in my truck while I was waiting to go in for work, but it's kind of dark. It's 5 something a.m. in the morning, so it's not much lighting. It's just from my cab light. But I showed that I got these 2 envelopes that I sent to some female soccer players in Louisville, Kentucky. And I've been using these different envelopes from American Greetings. My mom works for them, and she gave me a bunch because they were just going to be thrown out. When people like forget to take the envelopes when they buy the greeting cards or whatever, they have to be cleaned out, obviously. So they either throw them away or you can give them away. You can do whatever you want with them when you work for them. So my mom thought of me and thought I could use them for TTM. So I was like, yeah, I think the colors, different colors might stand out better. Maybe. I'm like, oh, what's that? So yeah, so I sent to a couple soccer players. I did not mark on the back like their initials and the year. I forgot to do that. I think I did though put a pending, so I'll have to look through and maybe see who I sent to. But yeah, the postmark from Louisville, Kentucky. I know they are soccer because I used some labels that I got from St. Jude. So that's how I knew that. But I got in each one, there was these 91 Topps Bill Swift, 91 Topps Clay Parker. Neither one of these guys, I've never sent to Clay Parker, and I haven't sent to Bill Swift anytime recently, and they don't even look like their signatures at all. Bill Swift especially, that's not his signature. So, and then I don't put cards in top loaders. So it's weird. Somebody either at the soccer facility or the players kept the cards and sent me baseball cards. Maybe they got them from somebody. Maybe the envelopes were sealed because I had to open that one. This one may not have kind of been. That's one thing about these though. They're technically the lick ones. I'd rather have the peel than seal, or hopefully people will tape them. But I'm pretty sure the gray one I had to open, if I remember right. If I would have known this would have been weird, I would have opened it live to really confuse. But yeah, I opened it in my truck real quick just to see who it was. And yeah, but these are in there. So I'm sure most of you already saw that video, but in case you didn't, I wanted to share that with you. I have no idea. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So somebody either stole the soccer cards and just stuck something random in there, forged his signature, or the mailman stealing my mail. I have no idea. It's very weird. So yeah, so that was a weird one. So I thought I'd share that one with you guys. Then I got something pretty cool here. So this is from my friend Cody. His link is also down below. It's underneath the Autographs for a Cure link. So he makes custom. He can do customs for you if you want, or he also has some templates that he does for his own work or when he gets inspired. He's done work for some athletes. He's done work for myself. I guess I've hired him. But after Pujols, Albert Pujols hit his 700 home run. He had a really cool looking 11x14 that he came out with, and I was like, I have a pretty cool spot I could put this in my room. So yeah, here it is. Here's what Cody made. There it is, September 23rd, 2022, 700. Albert Pujols becomes 4th player in MLB history to hit 700 career home runs. And he hit 2 of them in the same game. So, what a absolutely remarkable story this year with Albert. And a remarkable player. First ballot Hall of Famer, 100%. One of the greatest players, in the last 20 years. Obviously, when he went to the Angels, the first couple seasons were pretty good. Not as good as when he was with St. Louis, and then it just seemed like he just wasn't the same player anymore. I mean, he was still hitting home runs, still hitting lots of RBIs, but the batting average was dipping. I don't know if that was just an American League thing or just he was just aging. But he's really, he struggled earlier this year, in kind of the middle of the year, and he just turned red hot there towards the end. So it's really cool to see him hit that 700. So I honestly think that if he would have stayed in St. Louis, and they would have had the DH rule then in 2011 or whatever, before he signed away, if he would have stayed, I think he could have potentially be the new home run king or be very close to it. I think there's just something about him being in St. Louis that seems to be better than being LA or anywhere else. So again, I'll show it again. Really cool. So very excited. Definitely, guys, make sure you go check out the link down below to Cody's. You can get that if you would like, or you can have him do. You can suggest a player if you have a favorite player. He'll do it for you, and he'll work with you on price and payment if you want. So definitely go check out his links down below and give him a follow. Or at least, if you're not going to buy anything, at least go, check out his Instagram and Facebook and just give him some support there. So, and like his page. So, yeah, so that's it for the TTM related items. Since we don't have as many autographs, I thought I would share with you some pickups. So on eBay, there was a 100 card lot of Josh Hamilton cards. So I'm kind of a Josh Hamilton collector. I enjoyed watching him play. Sadly, obviously he fell off, had some off-field issues, and still currently is paying for that. But there's no question about it, he was an incredible player. So there's all these base cards. So I'll go through and see if I have them already and add them to the collection. The rest, I guess, will go in their boxes, or maybe to people who might enjoy them. So I won't bore you and go through all those. But I figured I can open up a couple of the packs from the antique mall. I just showed you the outside of them, but I've never opened them. So we got this one. It's supposed to be 2004 Topps. I got for $1 with Chipper Jones on the front and Mark Pryor on the back. So we'll go ahead and open those and see what we got. So here's the Hobby Masters. So I'd never seen that card before. We got a 100th anniversary of the Fall Classic. This is a program cover from the 1948 Olympics for the Cleveland Indians one. It kind of surprised everybody out of nowhere. When typically it would be like the Cardinals or something like that winning it. It was the Indians. Got Terry Adams. I think has signed TTM before. Anybody remember this guy, Jody Garrett? He was a pretty good defensive player. Got batting average leaders, Bill Miller at the top, Man Ram, and Derek Jeter. Got Marlins Wade Magic Juan and Juan, Juan Pierre. Got Brad Wilkerson, just in their last season there in the Expos. Got Jeff Kent on the Astros. Should be in the Hall of Fame. One of the, I believe he has the most home runs as a second baseman, if I remember right. It's like 300 or 400 plus. We got Jack Wilson, excellent defensive player. Got another Terry Adams, so I guess that means we're supposed to send off to him. Got Andy Pettit. I think he might have a shot at the Hall of Fame. Eric Burns, he was a pretty interesting player. And Mark Pryor, who was a pretty solid pitcher. Sadly, injuries derailed his career. He might have had a shot at making a case for the Hall of Fame there. So who knows? Couldn't even still be playing. I have no idea. In 2002, so he was born in 1980. Maybe might be a little 42, but maybe at least as of recently, he probably could have been. And then we got, I guess we can call these like a TTM fuel bag. $3. They're cards from the 70s and 80s. Every now and then there's like a 90s card dabbling in there, but the cards are used in pretty good shape. And for $3, makes me wonder what's in there. And I found some pretty decent cards in there, some rookies and stuff. So we got 81 Topps Larry Christensen, Got Warren Brewstar. Looks like there's a bunch of Phillies in here. Kevin Saucier. Got Dick Ruthin. Looks like he's being caught with a big old mouthful of chew or sunflower seeds. Got a Ron Davis from 80. Got Bob Boone. Gary Maddox. Got the Phillies team card. I feel like it's worth though $3 just to try it. Randy Lurch, who signs TTM. I got a ton of his cards. Dickie Knowles. Joe Price. I think that's his rookie. Vic Carell. Charlie Leibrandt. Had a long time career. We got Willie Mays Aikens. Rance Mulliniks, who I did not know played on the Royals. Probably best known for being on the Blue Jays. Paul Splittorff, one of the better Royals pitchers in their history. Got George Brett's brother, Ken. Jamie Quirk. Clint Hurdle, one of my favorite Rockies managers. Jim Tracy would be my first, but Clint Hurdle's probably a second. Or maybe third. Maybe we'll put Bud Black up there. I don't know. Willie Wilson. Got Fred Lynn from 84. Larry Bowa from 81. Sam Mihalis. Mario Soto. And Tom Hume. So no 70s in that one. But probably in some other ones. So I figured maybe we'll open some of those up on different videos. And lastly, my brother and my dad, we were bored Friday night and we went out to Shales. I've only been there a couple times, so this is my second time. Apparently they have sports cards there in the team apparel section. So if you have a Shales in your area, definitely make sure you go check it out. You might find some sports cards. There was a whole bunch. I'll throw up a picture for you of where, what it looked like. So yeah, so it wrapped around the whole thing. I was like, whoa. So I only took a picture of one side, but they had a ton of also these packs of like 50 to 25 cards from teams. So they're like $10 maybe. That was kind of stuff that I used to buy all the time at Walmart. So I was definitely considering it, but I didn't. I ended up getting this. I don't know if this will be a gift for somebody, if it'll be a giveaway, if I'll open it. I have no idea. It's a 2022 Prestige Football, and got it for $25. So that kind of stuff used to be more like 15 to 20 back in the day, but now it's gone. But I guess that was decent. You can't. I haven't seen any cards at the stores in years, and to be quite honest, I haven't bought anything like this that wasn't meant for somebody. I guess probably since 2013, 2014. It's been years, so I used to do it all the time. Then I found this Collector's First Aid trading card kit. It intrigued me. It's probably not worth it, but I paid $20. There's, I guess, they've been around since 1995. It says there's 15 authentic sports cards or factory sealed pack. So I don't know what that means. Over 150 items included. There's supposed to be either one autograph, one rookie, insert parallel, or star card. So I guess that means the 15 cards are commons. I have no idea. There's 25 top loaders, 25 semi-rigid card holders, so that's the card savers. 100 penny sleeves, and looks like a screw down. So I thought it looked interesting. So let me know if you want to see me do a video on that or not. We'll see. So let me know if there's any interest in that. So other than that is it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I know it's gonna be kind of a long video, but I do hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great weekend, guys, and finishing out here on Sunday. And definitely rest easy, and hope you have a good time. And get ready for work next week. So I got vacation after next week, so I gotta survive one more week and I can be off. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.